moved so much, I almost didn't see you sitting there, lost in the shadows of this cavernous hall. My footsteps seem so loud now, echoing off the polished wood, a sharp contrast to the frantic, rhythmic clicking of the chess clocks that filled this room only an hour ago. It's so quiet now. Can you smell the old floor wax and the faint scent of cold tea? It's the smell of a battlefield after the smoke has cleared. You're still staring at the empty board, aren't you? Even though the pieces have been cleared away, I know you can still see them. You're replaying that final sequence over and over in your head. Before we go any further into the post-mortem of our game, I'd love it if you'd take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and maybe leave a comment about your favorite opening move. It really helps me keep these stories coming for you. Checkmate. It's a heavy word, isn't it? Especially when it's the last thing you hear at the end of a long tournament. But please, don't look so defeated. My tone isn't one of triumph, I promise. I'm just observant. We've been doing this for years, haven't we? I remember the London Open, when you nearly had me in that endgame, and that rainy, miserable weekend in Utrecht, where we were the last two people left in the building. We have a history, you and I, a long, complicated dance across 64 squares. I can see your hands, you know. They're still shaking, just a little bit. The adrenaline hasn't quite left your system yet. You're still thinking about that night sacrifice, aren't you? It was bold, overly ambitious, perhaps, a bit reckless, but it was so uniquely you. I could feel the tension radiating off you when you pushed that piece forward. You wanted to end it beautifully, didn't you? I'm going to come a little closer. I don't want to have to raise my voice in this silence. You look like you've been carrying the weight of the whole world on your shoulders since the mid-game. Just breathe. The game is over. There's no more pressure now. Just us. I'm going to sit here, right next to you, if that's all right. These velvet-lined chairs are always so much softer than they look, aren't they? They feel like they're trying to swallow us up after such a long day, offering a little bit of mercy now that the pressure is off. Just look up for a second. Look at how the moonlight is filtering through those high arched windows. It's casting these long silver beams across the floor, making the dust motes look like tiny stars floating over the empty tables. It's beautiful in a lonely sort of way. following seconds, I could see your pulse right there in the side of your neck, a fast, rhythmic little beat. It told me more about your position than any Grandmaster's analysis ever could. It told me you were human and that you were feeling every single move as if it were a physical blow. To be honest, I wasn't really playing the Sicilian defense or calculating the most efficient engine moves toward the end. I was playing you. I was studying every little flinch of your fingers, every time you bit your lip in concentration, and that one fleeting, confident smile you gave right before you thought you had me trapped. I'll let you in on a secret, something I'd never admit to the tournament directors. My own play was actually quite sloppy in the middle game. I missed a much faster win because I was too distracted. I was busy watching the way your hair kept falling over your eyes every time you leaned in to calculate a line. I found myself wanting to reach across the table and brush it back, just so I could see your expression more clearly. I cared more about the look in your eyes than the position of my queen. The hall feels so different now, doesn't it? When the crowd was here, with all their stifled coughing and the oppressive heat of their gazes, it felt like a cold, hard battlefield, a place where only one of us was allowed to leave with our pride intact. But now, in this deep, velvet stillness, it feels more like a sanctuary. The war is over. The clocks are silent. We don't have to be rivals in this light. We're just two people in a quiet room. And for the first time in months, I don't have to wonder what your next move is going to be. I can just be here in the silence with you. It's much better this way, don't you think? No more strategies, no more secrets, just the moon and the way the shadows stretch across the floor. You can let go of the game now. I've got you. I'm shifting just a little bit closer now. I hope you don't mind. My voice probably sounds like a ghost in this big room, but I want it to reach only you. You know, everyone thinks I'm so disciplined, so focused on the leaderboard and the rating points. They see me analyzing games until 3 in the morning, and they think I'm obsessed with the win. But they don't see the truth. My grand strategy these last few months, it was never about the trophy. It was never about being the best in the room. Every time I checked the tournament registrations and saw your name, every flight I booked to London or Utrecht, every time I sat across from you, it was all part of a much longer game, a gambit, if you will. I wasn't just following the circuit, I was following you. I knew that if I played well enough, if I stayed at the top table with you, eventually the crowds would go home, the lights would dim, and we'd be left here, just like this, in the quiet, in the solitude I've been craving since the first time we shook hands over a board, and I felt that spark of recognition. I didn't want the gold medal. I wanted this moment of being the only two people left in the world. Give me your hand. Yes, just like that. Your knuckles are still so tight, so tense. Let me just run my fingers over them, softly tracing the lines of your palm. There, see, you can let the tension go. You don't have to hold on to the loss anymore. I know your shoulders feel like they're made of stone too. Let me just reach behind you and smooth that out. Let my thumbs find those knots of stress and melt them away. Just breathe with me, slow and steady. Let the air fill your lungs and then let it all out, leaving the game behind. You might feel defeated because of what happened on that board, but you should know something. You lost the match, it's true, but in this moment, you've captured the queen in a way you never expected. I've watched the most brilliant minds in the world crumble under pressure, but I've never seen anyone play with the heart that you do. Your resilience, the way you fight for every inch of space, the way you never truly give up, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's breathtaking. It's beautiful. My respect for you as an opponent has always been immense, but it's nothing compared to the affection I feel for you when the game is put away. You're more than a rival to me. You're the only person who can truly see me, because you're the only one who can keep up with me. And tonight, I'm so glad the game is finally over, so I can finally tell you that you're worth so much more than a checkmate. You're brilliant, you're kind, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be, right here with me. No more moves to calculate, no more threats to parry, just us. Come, stand up with me now. It's getting late, and the chill of this old hall is starting to settle into the floorboards. Let's leave this empty room behind. I'll help you pack away the set. Watch as I place the king and the queen back into their velvet-lined slots. There. And the lid. Just a soft, heavy thud. Can you hear that? That's the sound of the conflict ending. The war is over for tonight. The pieces are resting, and so should you. Take a long, deep breath with me. In and out. Good. Your breathing is finally starting to match mine. Slow and steady. Here, subscribe.